It's Saturday night in Seattle, and this is Seattle Music Insider taking you back to the Triple Door for the return of soft rock. So you guys excited for the show?
Yeah.
How did the first show go?
Awesome. It was amazing. Perfect.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think the difference in the audience is going to be? Is it, well, it's a more mature audience, so you think they're going to be more into it? Maybe they've had a few drinks. We'll have to bleep that out, but that's okay. I've got a censor function in my video editing software. No, it's okay. No, come back. So, what is your name?
I'm Allie.
And Allie, how long have you been with the troupe?
5 months.
5 months? So, how many shows have you done with them?
I've done one show, this show, and then we've done some other small performances and cabarets.
Well, they're getting ready to start, folks, so have a great show, you guys. Go get them. Have fun, everybody. Peace out.
Chasing the clouds away. I'm a player in the key that I sold to you. How we danced the night, do you remember? Stars all the night away.
I am speaking to Jamie Roberts and
Joey
Chapman. I'm sorry, you just told me, short-term memory problem. And these are part of, you guys are part of the inimitable, the amazing Freedom Dancers from Mark Siano's, now it's called Back to Soft Rock. It's no longer called Soft Rock Explosion.
This one's called Back to the Soft Rock.
So it's a different show.
Yeah.
So Soft Rock Explosion, which for folks that aren't aware, it's kind of a variety show. It's a musical, it's stand-up comedy, it's a cabaret, it's a concert, and you guys are basically paying homage to the 80s, right?
And soft rock.
And soft rock.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about the show?
Yeah. It's the idea was kind of a back to the soft rock, so he wanted to do a time traveling theme. So everybody loves Back to the Future, and that's reminiscent of the 80s, and so he kind of wanted to incorporate that idea of time travel. Yeah. So it was this idea of, a little play on words of the Back to the Future, so Back to the Soft Rock. And
it's so iconic, that movie. I mean, in terms of the 80s, it's just part of the...
And we just wanted to really do a photo shoot with DeLoreans.
Of course, which was super fun.
So where'd you guys get the DeLorean? That's what I want to know.
There's actually a DeLorean motor company in Bellevue.
Really?
Yeah, and the guys were great. They were so nice. They moved the cars around. We were there for a whole day.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, the show that you did 2 years ago, what are some of the distinctions? I mean, obviously the production value is higher. You're playing at the Triple Door instead of Rebar.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so it has a real kind of like Broadway show feel to it. What else is different about the show from 2 years ago?
Just bigger, more costumes, lots of costume changes. We put a lot of effort into make sure that it's sparkly up there on stage. Number, and
a
just
little more
wow
audience interaction.
Totally.
Every bar is just a more intimate space. This is a little more of actual. There's more of a separation, I guess, between the stage and the audience. Not that that's a bad thing, but just a little bit different feel of the show.
Do you think it has a certain bigness to it that it didn't have before? In terms of, because it's more theatrical, you're playing to a bigger audience, so the show has to be bigger, you have to project more, the visuals have to be bigger.
A little bit.
It's grounder.
Yeah,
we haven't strayed too far from our original, show that we've done, but it's.
How many of you guys have seen a soft rock show before? There we go, there we go. I tell you, 7:30, I said, who's seen the soft rock show? And there's one guy like, I saw it. Really? When you don't come right now?
We are growing as a troupe. You know, we're getting bigger and better with our choreography and our costumes and set pieces and the whole band, and now we got backup singers. So
catastrophe singers were awesome. Yeah, so it's kind of, there's been, I guess, like a laddering and a layering of just how much, where can we push it more?
So the show's constantly evolving then.
of course.
Yeah.
Now, are there numbers?
Go! Tumbolite say oh yeah, hey jumble jumble, with the party oh we go. Oh jumbala, tumbolite say oh yeah, hey jumble jumble.
The concept of the show, does it have a storyline or?
It does, yeah.
This one does, yes.
Yeah, it does.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, so it's kind of the idea that Doc Emmett Brown comes in with this DeLorean slash phone booth slash time machine and says, we have to go back in time and save soft rock. So there's kind of an idea of having to travel back in time. So we get to go back to the 70s. He goes back and sees his mom when she was pregnant with
him. So there's that whole interaction. And
right.
maybe the mess up of the time continuum.
Yeah, yeah.
And they must perform magnificently, or the whole universe will explode! What? You seem like some crazy dude just because you roll up in some time machine. You're not going to give me a line about the time-space continuum. The time-space continuum must be altered! It's telling about the very fabric of soft rock! Wait, what happens to soft rock? Soft rock?
Exactly, and kind of a play on, you know, who did we leave behind in Act 1? Did we? I don't know. And it's a really fun concept of how many different musical soft rock genres can we touch, because really soft rock can actually kind of span 70s, 80s, and you've got a lot of really different music in those 2 decades. So
Talking about the concept of the show, and now who's the choreographer?
well, I mean, it's
you guys all.
Well, Mark, you know, kind of takes
Yeah.
lead on some things, but then Joanna has done a ton of choreography.
Okay.
She's our dance captain.
But I will say that we all really collaborate. Like
Yeah, there's
maybe
a lot of
one
pitching
dancer
in.
will take the lead and go and look at YouTube, get some ideas, and we've all, you know, taken classes and kind of have our own styles, but then we'll get together and collaborate and really polish it and come up with just some wacky, fun moves that...
Which we...
Do you guys, like, in terms of the choreography, I mean, basically you pick out the songs and then you decide what choreography is going to work with the tunes, or do you come up with some moves and then decide, well, this number would work really well with this particular choreography?
The first one.
The
yeah,
first
first
one.
one.
Starting with songs.
Yeah, we get a good mix of songs, and then we kind of decide, you know, whose style would best match
Sure.
to be lead on that song.
Cool.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, you guys are definitely having a blast up there, and you're just taking the audience right along for the ride in the DeLorean with you.
The DeLorean
time.
Through time. Through soft rock time.
That's great. Well, I'm really looking forward to the show. I think the folks that are here tonight are in for a real assault on the senses, if you will, and a lot of fun.
Yeah,
So-
they certainly are. We hope so. That's the whole goal.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your time tonight. You guys have a great show, and I'm
you.
very much
Thank
looking
you so
forward to seeing it.
much.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, we'll see you after.
Absolutely.
Okay.